Now, our next guest has done a little bit of everything. Journalist, PR guru, just to name a couple. Today, we learn about his new novel, Virtual Velocity, an LA Story. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Anthony Mora. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Welcome to the show. So, my intro was pretty specific. I mean, you've done several things, but how did all of this come about?
Well, it's funny. I started as a rock journalist at 16.
Okay.
Because I had a friend who was a rock journalist writing for a magazine. He liked writing. He liked going to rock concerts, but he hated writing. Mm-hmm. So he said, if you'll go and you'll write them, I'll let you get him for free. And I thought at 16, well, that's a great deal.
Or really,
so I got told, but then it hit me later on, well, I'm not getting paid for this. Mm-hmm. So I started writing professionally. And so I interviewed, people like Pat Benatar and the Doobie Brothers and Tom Petty. And I was out at Alice Cooper's home one day interviewing him, and he was playing pool, and he looked up and he said, let's go to Elton's house and borrow a cup of diamonds.
Elton who?
Elton John.
Whoa.
And so I thought, wow, how did I get here, But I knew it was over. I was supposed to interview the Rolling Stones. Go backstage. I fell asleep, and I didn't make it. So I thought, my rock career is done. And I went and I was the editor of a couple of magazines. I started a PR firm. But the whole time I've been writing fiction. And about 10 years ago, I published my first novel, Bang, a Love Story. And now I've gotten to Virtual Velocity.
So why was there a gap in between Bang, a Love Story and Virtual Velocity? You just wanted to take a long break.
Well, it was interesting. After I did Bang, instead of just doing book readings, I decided I would put them up as short plays. Mm-hmm. So I modified it, I adapted it as a play. Luckily, we got a young Linda Cardellini to be in the play. This was before Linda Cardellini is who Linda Cardellini is now. Mm-hmm. And we did it in LA and we did it in New York. And watching them come to life, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. And so I started writing plays. And 7 plays later, I'm finally getting to my next novel.
Gotcha. We're almost out of time, but I do want you to tell the folks what is inside of this book. What's the story about?
It's the story of a writer who is not making very much money at it. His book is called Virtual Velocity, and a band names himself after the book. They take him on stage, hold up the book. It gets on all the big chyrons. He becomes incredibly famous. So is he famous because of his book or because of his proximity to fame? Now in the world of social media and reality TV, what is it that makes someone famous? Mm-hmm. And he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Are people reading his books? Or are they just buying them because some rock band, held it up? Mm-hmm. So it's that confluence between fame and art and where we are in the culture now.
So all those questions that you just proposed, are those answers in the book?
Those are.
Okay. That's a really good teaser.
And more, because in this stage, with where we are media-wise, we could end up with a president who came from reality TV.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
This is funny. Very relevant to our times. All right. To learn more about Anthony Mora and Virtual Velocity, an LA Story, follow the information on your screen. A big thanks to Anthony Mora, and we'll see you after the break.